welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Okay, picture this. You wake up, grab your coffee, check your phone, and you discover your AI system just humming away while you were asleep made you $4,000. I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, right? Like a dream scenario.
It absolutely does sound like that. But what's really wild here is that this isn't some hypothetical, this exact thing. It actually happened for someone just last week.
Wow.
Yeah. And just to be super clear, this wasn't money from selling some big online course or, I don't know, getting lucky with crypto. Nope.
Right.
This was something else built on pure smart automation.
Okay, and that's what we're diving into today. Our mission is to really pull back the curtain on the exact system, the specific AI tools they used, and the whole approach that led to this rapid automated income. So this deep dive, it's for anyone out there curious about using AI for passive income, especially if you're thinking, how can I focus more on automation, on building systems, instead of just the constant online hustle?
And if you kind of zoom out a bit, this example, it really points to a fundamental shift, doesn't it? A shift in how we can even think about making money online. It becomes less about, directly trading your time for dollars and more about being an architect, designing intelligent systems that just work for you 2004/7.
Right, designing systems. So let's get into the story behind it. This person, they didn't spend months, coding or building something super complex. They actually set up, 3 core AI tools, tools designed to work together, creating this income stream with minimal ongoing effort needed. And here's the kicker, the part that really caught my eye. The entire build, from the initial idea to a fully working money-making system, it took just 3 days.
3 days.
3 days. That's incredibly fast.
That speed to market is, it's seriously impressive, especially when you look at the results. In the very first week it was live, this lean system generated $4,000.
$4,000 in week 1.
Yep. And again, not income from the usual places like, say, YouTube ads or doing work for clients. It was, as they put it, self-driving income. And that really points to a huge paradigm shift, I think, moving away from constantly chasing the next gig, the next client, towards strategically building these intelligent, sort of self-sustaining assets. It really is about designing smart systems first.
Okay, let's unpack this system then, this automation stack as we're calling it. How did these specific tools actually fit together? How did they create something so seamless, so, hands-off? First up, you mentioned the brain of the operation, ChatGPT. So its role was kind of twofold: writing the actual micro ebooks to sell, and also generating the email content needed for the whole process.
Exactly. ChatGPT handled the core content creation.
So when you say micro ebooks, are we talking super detailed technical manuals, or how did they ensure the quality was, good enough to sell?
That's a great question. No, these weren't massive books. They were short, focused micro ebooks, maybe 10, 20 pages tops, covering really specific topics that people are actually looking for. The trick wasn't just telling ChatGPT write an ebook. It was about smart prompting, guiding the AI to create clear, value-packed content. Think of it like giving it a really good brief, then you just quickly review and maybe tweak it a bit, rather than starting from zero.
Okay, that makes sense. Smart prompting. So after ChatGPT, what was next in the stack?
Next was Durable.co. This tool was used to instantly, and I mean instantly, generate the website needed. In this case, it was for what they called a one-product store, just a super focused, simple online shop designed to sell that one ebook efficiently.
Durable.co.instant websites. That sounds almost dangerously fast. Is it mainly for these simple single-product sites, or can you build more complex stuff?
It definitely shines for speed and simplicity. For spinning up a landing page or a focused store like this one, Durable.co is pretty amazing. Now, if you were aiming for a big multi-page e-commerce site or something with really deep brand customization, you'd probably look elsewhere, maybe Shopify, Webflow, something like that. But for getting this specific digital product out there fast, Durable was the perfect fit.
Got it. So ChatGPT for content, Durable for the storefront.
Yeah.
What about actually handling the sales and money?
Right. For the actual selling part, they used Gumroad. Gumroad was key because it let them sell these ebooks automatically, 24/7, handling all the payment processing. And they priced the ebook smartly too, just $9 each. Made it kind of an easy impulse buy for people interested.
$9, okay.
And then the final piece, maybe the most critical for the automation part, was Zapier. You could call it the glue.
Ah, Zapier.
Yeah.
The connector.
Exactly. It connected all these different tools, ChatGPT, Durable, Gumroad, their email system, and it automated the tasks between them, like sending out the ebook after purchase or adding buyers to an email list. Setting up those connections, those zaps, can sometimes feel a little tricky if you're new to it, but honestly, that's where the true automation magic happens, defining the triggers and actions.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it, how these tools, each pretty powerful on its own, they just slot together to become this, well, self-sustaining process. So the person, they just had to upload the Synergy Micro ebooks to Gumroad, set that $9 price, design the simple store with Durable,
Yeah.
and then what? The system just ran.
Pretty much, yeah. Once it was set up, the system took over. It really was hands-off, working entirely on automation, from someone seeing the product to buying it to getting it delivered.
That's the dream, isn't it? Set it and forget it, at least for the core operation.
It really hits that sweet spot of self-sufficiency. The hard work was in the initial setup, the system design. After that, it handled the mechanics. Payment, delivery, all automated. It's a powerful example of, thoughtful system design.
Okay, so the system's built, it's automated, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
But the big question is always, how do people actually find these $9 ebooks? How did the sales come in?
Right, because you can build the best system, but if no one sees it.
Exactly.
Well, this is where it gets, I think, really clever and efficient. The promotion strategy wasn't so they spread them across the big short-form video platforms. YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and also Reddit Smart Distribution. And crucially, every single short video linked directly back to the Gumroad store where you could buy the ebook. They also offered a free sample, which is a great tactic, lowers the barrier to entry, lets people get a taste.
Offering a free sample, smart move. And you mentioned Reddit. Were they just spamming random groups, or was it targeted?
No, definitely targeted. From what we understand, they focused on specific subreddits, places where people talk about entrepreneurship, AI tools, side hustles, personal development, communities where people are actively looking for this kind of information or solution.
Right, so targeted promotion. It shows how even a minimal promotional effort, if it's smart and targeted, can really drive results, especially when it feeds into an automated system like this one.
And the results, they really do speak for themselves, and they happen fast, just 4 nights after launching this whole thing.
4 nights?
4 nights later, the system had already clocked 270 downloads of those free samples. And from those 270 free downloads, an impressive 90 people went on to make the full $9 purchase.
Wow, that's a pretty good conversion rate from a free sample.
It is. And get this, day one alone, the system brought in $810.
$800 on day one.
Yep. And by the end of that first week, the total income generated hit that $4,000 mark we talked about at the start.
Incredible. It just shows the scalability, doesn't it? And the speed that AI-driven automation can bring. It's not just earning, it's earning at scale and, well, quickly.
Exactly. Rapidly.
So, okay, let's zoom back out. What does all this really mean for how we should think about making money online, especially now with these AI tools becoming so accessible? I mean, and it feels like it fundamentally challenges that common skepticism around passive income, doesn't it? For ages, it felt like this elusive thing, maybe possible, but needing huge upfront investment or just constant attention. But this example, it feels like it makes it, I don't know, more tangible, more real, thanks to AI automation.
I think it absolutely does. And it raises this really important question about the mindset shift that's kind of underway, or maybe needs to be underway. For so long, the story has been hustle harder, work 24/7, grind it out. But this story, it directly challenges that. It's not about just working harder or longer hours. Instead, it's about designing a smart system once, putting in that initial strategic effort, and then letting that system scale automatically, letting it work independently of your direct, waking hours being plugged into it.
Right.
It's about building assets, digital assets in this case, that generate value pretty much on their own.
Exactly. It's not really about avoiding work altogether, is it? It's more about redefining work, putting the effort into building the machine rather than constantly being the machine yourself. It's maybe about letting go of needing to control every single tiny step and learning to trust the automation to handle the heavy lifting. And this idea, this sort of new future where AI tools genuinely can work while you sleep, that feels like a powerful way to prevent burnout, and to create real leverage in how you earn.
Absolutely. Leverage is the key word.
It frees up your mental energy, your time for maybe higher level thinking, strategy, or just having more life outside of work.
That's it. So the core takeaway here, I think, is just the incredible potential of AI to create these genuinely automated, self-sustaining income streams. It represents a really significant move beyond those traditional models of just trading time for money or always needing to be on, always actively doing something to earn. It's about building that digital machine that works for you.
Yeah. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As you go about your day-to-day, maybe consider this. What if you shifted your focus? What if, instead of constantly chasing the next client or the next immediate hustle, what if you focus more on building systems? What if you really leaned into automation, leveraging these AI tools to create assets that work for you, even while you're sleeping, or spending time with family, or doing whatever else you love? Just imagine the possibilities that open up when your effort isn't just added, but multiplied by intelligent automation. It's a really powerful concept to really mull over.